Good morning. As the world wakes up and cities come alive, we rarely pause to consider the hidden forces powering our daily lives. Take a look around. Your phone, your car, even the wind turbines on the horizon all rely on something you rarely think about. These everyday objects, so seamlessly woven into our routines, are made possible by materials that are almost invisible to us, yet absolutely essential. Hidden inside these technologies are rare earth elements and critical minerals. 17 metallic elements like neodymium and dysprosium. These elements are the unsung heroes of the modern age, quietly enabling the devices and systems we depend on. They're not truly rare, but they're hard to mine and process in useful concentrations. Extracting them requires complex technology, significant investment, and often a heavy environmental toll. These minerals are the backbone of our high-tech economy, powering everything from electric vehicles to advanced military systems. They're found in the magnets that make electric motors spin, the guidance systems of fighter jets, and the batteries that store renewable energy. Without them, our screens would dim, our data centers would slow, and our clean energy future would stall. The transition to a greener, more connected world depends on a steady supply of these critical resources. The catch? The US and its allies have become dangerously dependent on a single supplier, China. This reliance has grown over decades, as China invested heavily in mining, refining, and manufacturing capacity. China controls the mining, processing, and manufacturing of these vital resources, creating a strategic vulnerability for America. This dominance gives China enormous leverage over global supply chains and the industries that rely on them. Imagine if that supply was suddenly cut off. Our economy and national defense could be thrown into chaos overnight. Factories could grind to a halt, and critical technologies could become unavailable just when we need them most. This isn't a distant threat, it's a real and urgent challenge. The stakes are high, and the consequences of inaction could be severe for both our economy and our security. Leaders in Washington now agree, America must regain control over these essential materials. There is a growing consensus that the nation's future prosperity and safety depend on securing our own supply chains. The nation that led the digital revolution can't afford to be left behind in the race for the materials of the future. Our ability to innovate, compete, and lead on the world stage is at stake. A new chapter is beginning, one that demands bold vision, investment, and a renewed commitment to American innovation. The invisible ingredients of our modern world are now at the center of a global contest, and how we respond will shape the future for generations to come. In response to growing global competition and supply chain vulnerabilities, the U.S. government is preparing a historic $5 billion fund to secure a domestic and allied supply of rare earth metals. These metals are the backbone of everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to advanced military technology, making them critical for both economic growth and national security. This isn't just another government program. It's a bold, strategic move designed to reshape global markets and rebuild America's industrial base from the ground up. By investing at this scale, the U.S. is signaling its intent to lead in the industries of the future. The fund will support exploration, research, and development, ensuring that America can tap into its own resources and those of trusted allies, reducing dependence on foreign suppliers. It will back mining projects, take stakes in key companies, and guarantee long-term contracts to stabilize the market, encouraging private sector participation and innovation. Some compare its scale and ambition to the Manhattan Project, but this time, the mission is economic security and technological leadership, not weaponry. The Rare Metals Fund builds on other major investments, like the Pentagon's $400 million stake in MP Materials and over $1 billion from the Department of Energy, creating a foundation for long-term growth. The government isn't just handing out money, it's building an entire ecosystem for a new American industry, from mining and refining to manufacturing and advanced research. By providing capital, price guarantees, and a stable policy environment, the fund removes the volatility that scared off private investors for decades, making the sector more attractive and predictable. This is the birth of a new investment sector, de-risked by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government, and open to both public and private partners. The ultimate aim is a secure, resilient mine-to-magnet supply chain, ensuring American leadership in the technologies that will define the next century, from clean energy to defense and beyond. This is about going on offense, not just playing defense. securing America's future by investing in the resources and industries that matter most. At the core of this effort is de-risking, a way to make mining and processing rare earths viable in America. For years, U.S. companies couldn't compete with foreign rivals backed by subsidies and lax regulations. Now, the government is fast-tracking permits for critical projects, slashing years of red tape. Direct funding and loan guarantees absorb much of the initial risk, attracting private capital. This strategy has rare bipartisan support, providing long-term policy certainty for investors and companies. It's about more than economics. It's about national resilience and security. By reducing foreign dependency, America is safeguarding its future against supply shocks and geopolitical threats. With government support, a new generation of American companies is rising to rebuild the critical minerals supply chain. MP Materials leads the way, operating the only scaled rare earth mine in the Western Hemisphere, and building a Texas facility for EV magnets. Energy Fuels Inc. is pivoting from uranium to rare earth processing with a unique facility in Utah. Neocorp Developments is developing North America's richest niobium deposit in Nebraska, vital for aerospace and defense. USA Rare Earth controls the largest U.S. deposit of heavy rare earths in Texas, key for advanced defense systems. Perpetua Resources is reviving domestic antimony production in Idaho, while Materion supplies beryllium for aerospace and semiconductors. Together, these companies form the backbone of America's new materials independence. These companies aren't just building mines, they're enabling the technology that powers our lives. Rare earths are in your iPhone speakers, your EV's motor, and the vivid colors on your TV. Apple and GM are already partnering with U.S. suppliers to secure these materials for future products. Wind turbines and electric vehicles rely on powerful magnets made from rare earths. Each turbine can use over 1,000 pounds. The F-35 fighter jet alone needs nearly 1,000 pounds of rare earths for its advanced systems. Even AI data centers and 5G networks depend on materials like beryllium. As our world electrifies and connects, demand for these elements will only grow. Today's investments are a down payment on America's technological future. While big institutions wait on the sidelines, retail investors have a rare chance to get in early. Many leading companies are still small or mid-cap, too small for Wall Street's giants to buy in bulk. This creates a window where individual investors can build positions before the sector attracts major institutional money. Government backing, through funding, guarantees, and fast-tracked permits, adds a safety net rarely seen in junior mining. This isn't just speculation, it's an investment in a national priority. For those who see the macro trends, EVs, clean energy, defense, the opportunity is clear. As these companies grow, they'll eventually draw Wall Street's attention. Early retail investors could be well rewarded for their foresight. But make no mistake, investing in critical minerals carries real risks. Many companies are pre-revenue, facing years of development and execution challenges. Mining is capital-intensive, and delays or cost overruns can hit hard. The market is volatile, and China's dominance means geopolitical moves can shake prices overnight. If China floods the market, prices could crash, even with U.S. support. Still, demand is set to soar as the world electrifies and digitizes. Companies that succeed could see exponential returns, but patience and research are essential. The journey will be bumpy, but the potential rewards are transformative. Given the risks, diversification is key. Don't bet everything on a single junior miner. Spread investments across several companies and minerals. Anchor your portfolio with established producers like MP Materials or Materion, then add mid-stage developers like Energy Fuels or Neocorp. Diversify by mineral type: light rare earths for EVs, heavy rare earths for defense, niobium for aerospace, antimony for batteries. This approach balances stability with growth potential and exposure to multiple high-demand markets. If one project stumbles, others can offset the risk. A diversified basket is the smartest way to play this historic government-backed sector. America's $5 billion push into rare earths is about more than profits. It's about our future. This bold investment marks a turning point, signaling a renewed commitment to innovation, security, and prosperity for generations to come. By focusing on these critical materials, we're laying the groundwork for a new era of American leadership and ingenuity. Securing these materials means resilient supply chains, high-paying jobs, and renewed industrial pride. It's about empowering American workers with the tools and opportunities they need to thrive in a rapidly changing world, and ensuring that our industries remain competitive on the global stage. It's an investment in American workers and communities, and a step toward true resource independence. From small towns to bustling cities, this initiative promises to revitalize local economies, support families, and create a sense of shared purpose across the nation. On the world stage, it strengthens our alliances and reduces the leverage of authoritarian regimes. By working closely with our partners, we can build a more stable and secure global supply chain while promoting democratic values and fair competition. This initiative rebalances global power and supports a safer, cleaner, freer world. It paves the way for sustainable industries, advances in clean energy, and a future where innovation benefits everyone, not just a select few. Like the space race, it's a national project demanding vision and commitment. It calls on us to dream big, work together, and push the boundaries of what's possible for our country. If successful, it will power our homes, defend our nation, and secure our leadership in the 21st century. Our ability to innovate and adapt will define our place in the world for decades to come. This quiet revolution, deep in the earth and in American labs, is shaping a brighter future for all. It's a testament to our resilience, our creativity, and our unwavering belief in progress. The time to act is now. Together we can build a stronger, more independent America, one that leads with vision, courage, and hope.